Welcome to SUPPS podcast number. I'm going to say podcast number 2 because I want you to edit this one before others.
All right, okay.
Is that all right?
Just to blow up the channel a bit.
Yeah. If you didn't know, Sluggy Beats, aka, or should I say Harry Lindley, aka Sluggy Beats, video editor for SUPPS.
Yeah.
Sick guy.
It's an honour to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you for having me.
It's all right, mate. I'm glad to have you, man.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get the main man on himself, and you can test the audio equipment and all that shit.
Yeah. I'll be giving you a full review afterwards. Full rundown on what I think.
Yeah, well, you are a sick guy, man. Like, if I ever need anything media-wise, you're the guy I come to.
No, I appreciate that.
And if you've seen the video ad that we've just done, with the wolf pump, that literally took you about, what, a few hours?
So, a few hours with some help from shout out Dom for the voiceover.
Oh, mate, who's that guy who done that?
Dom.jpg, I'll put his Instagram up when I'm editing this. But yeah. He's a fellow media guy, but good guy. But I was surprised with how the video ad turned out. 'Cause like I say, first one we'd done, as you know. But it turned out really well, didn't it? But obviously you helped as well, and this room really helped to feel like.
Just the dark room and the contrast.
Yeah. So, but like, just ideas together came out sick, didn't it?
Yeah, I feel like you're a guy who, anything media, like digital, anything to do with the camera, sound, all that stuff, you're just the guy to come to. I feel like you put your hand to anything. You've never done one of them before, had you?
Yeah, no, I just feel like I'm very easily like obsessed with something, you know what I mean? Like the idea or something.
Yeah.
And once I get like thinking about it, ideas just come to me for whatever reason. So
you kind of like submerge yourself in it and until it's done right.
Yeah. Not sure what it is, but just happens, I guess.
When you sat at a computer screen, do you feel like you just fall into the computer and just smash it out?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, it's not something I really think about, you know what I mean, when I'm doing it. So it's just like effortless sort of thing. And I don't know. A lot of people say I'm quite fast at it as well, like computer stuff. And
faster than people in general who do the same kind of thing.
I don't know, because I've never sat there and watched someone sort of do what I do, but like I would probably maybe say so. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the workflow for me is just like really important, and like I've not only worked on doing stuff, but doing it fast and in an efficient way. You know what I mean? I've always been very about doing like, not just like, I'm not saying the quickest ways in like cutting corners and being lazy with it, but
the most efficient way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like the best way possible.
Yeah. It's honestly so sick to watch your YouTube channel, man, and your TikTok. Like, everything's just popping at a minute, isn't it?
Yeah. It seems to have popped off, particularly the last couple of months. Like, I feel like I've been sat on ideas for a while that I sort of knew would work, but just you got to take that leap, haven't you, and try it.
As in, like, the music videos type stuff.
Yeah. Like, mainly the live session things that I've been doing. I've been sat on that video for like, that idea for like 6 months, but
In the House with Sluggy Beats.
Yeah,
man. What's the future plans with In the House? Is it something that you want to grow into something bigger, or is it just, are you happy with where it's at?
No, definitely. Obviously, want to grow it into something bigger, like bigger artists and stuff on there, and also like getting smaller ones to pop off on there. But I think like the picture's like bigger than just, you know, that series sort of thing. Like, eventually I want that to sort of cover the cost of like a studio, and then build a studio. Yeah. And then obviously start more series and just like building more off that one thing, you know what I mean? Because I feel like if you stick at doing one thing too long, then
you get kind of stuck.
Yeah, and it's not, there's only so far you can go with one thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I guess it's like having like your products, like you've got the wolf juice. If you're just stuck at wolf juice for like ever, then, you know, it's good still, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, you need to be testing waters and
like
pushing.
the clothing and the pump and the shakers, and it just all like
comes together.
Yeah, exactly. So
what's the biggest, like, you've got In the House with Sluggy, what's the biggest like competitor, I suppose, who's doing that similar kind of thing? You've got like Daily Duppy, is that a similar kind of thing?
I guess it is, like, but like the inspiration I got is from Plugged In. I don't know if you've heard of that. By Fumes the Engineer. So mine's very that style, but in a different genre of music.
Is that like drill?
Yeah. So there's a drill, but I was just sort of looking at music in general, and like I didn't know of any sort of something like that for the type of music I'm doing.
What's it classed as? What type of music?
I'll just call it like house music or bassline or whatever you want. But I guess it's like, it's quite, obviously MCing's not new over like bassline and stuff, but it's like something that's starting to come into the charts more, like, you know, with like Bad Boy Chiller Crew and stuff like that.
Tom Zanetti kind of thing,
yeah,
is
exactly. So, and like there's Silky as well, that's, I don't know if he's got in the charts, I think it did, but
yeah.
But yeah, there's just more of these artists that are coming through and like it's becoming more commercial. And
so you've noticed kind of like a gap in the market where there wasn't a place for these guys to come and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that's basically what the success comes down to more than anything.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like, I don't know, it's nothing like I've got like some insane talent and it's like popped off for that reason, you know what I mean? It's just like people wanted it and I've provided it, you know what I mean?
You've provided the gap, which
exactly.
is something that takes initiative to see the gap and actually do it. Because a lot of people have probably noticed that there's a gap for that. But like you say, it took you 6 months to do that.
Yeah.
That could have easily never happened, couldn't it, if you hadn't taken that first?
Yeah, it's like if I hadn't done it, then maybe it still wouldn't, no one else would have still done it maybe. Because I was always sat thinking on the idea, thinking, I don't want someone to do it before me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like obviously there's bigger producers out there, which I thought if they did what I'm going to do, it'd be like massive, you know what I mean?
It'd pop off,
it'd be like huge, but I guess no one. In a way, I guess you sort of underestimate how much maybe work it does take because you've got to have a place to do it, make the music, be able to record the music, and then also film, know how to, you know, work a camera, have a camera, film it all and edit it all. So I guess it's not that accessible, you know what I mean? But
free of charge as well.
Nah, not quite, but you got to make that money somewhere.
Yeah, well, if you're putting in all this time, like, and you are good at what you do, so I feel like you should pay for your services. You shouldn't just be giving them away.
If you look at something like Daily Duppy, like that's on the channel, you know, GRM Daily.
Yeah.
And I know people like will pay £300 just to have their music video to drop on there.
Or just to drop on the YouTube.
Yeah. And they're all they're doing is uploading the video, you know what I mean?
So I always wondered how they got picked for that. They just pay for it.
Yeah. Well, you do submit and you do have to get approved. Not everyone does get approved, to be fair, but they're dropping like 3 videos a day on there, and depending on what time you drop it on, depends on the price. I think it can go up to like 500 for like peak time, and then I think it's like 400 and 300. I might not be exact with that, but
fucking hell.
But yeah, they're bringing in like $1,000 a day just for posting videos. You know what I mean?
Of other people.
Yeah.
And do they film it all and stuff?
No. It's literally just a music.
What?
Like they'll get the music video sent and just upload it, and that's it. You know what I mean?
And does that often lead to success for artists, or is it more just? Do you think it's worth doing for artists or not? If you've got a good tune.
A lot of the time I would say no, but for certain people it has been what sort of blown them up, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Ardy.
Yeah.
He sort of blew up off there, I would say. Like, I had noticed one of his songs popping off on there quite a bit before he sort of properly blew up. So, and I don't know if he would have blown up maybe if he hadn't been on there. I'm not sure, but
he was probably doing a lot of things right, wasn't he? And then kind of had that, I don't know, had the bollocks to invest that money into that because he was confident in himself, which he probably made it anyway, wasn't he? But probably just helped along the way. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's a big thing of like if you do everything right, like I think people think, oh yeah, just drop it on there and it could blow up. It might not.
Yeah.
But I think there's ways of being smart about it. Like if you're gonna drop it on there, make sure you're doing everything else with it right.
Right. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like, what would you say that is the most important thing other than making good music, obviously?
I'd just say be smart about promoting it on Instagram, you know what I mean? I think it's related to a lot of businesses like yours, you know what I mean? Like, you can make a sick product, but then if you're not shouting about it on Instagram and making good content...
If it don't look right on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Like, then nobody's really going to care.
Yeah, that's it. Like, Instagram, people underestimate how powerful it is. Like, it's crazy that it's free for a start, and it, for me anyway, it brings in probably 80% of my business is Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is wild, isn't it? Like, even my in-store business, that's people coming that have seen it on Instagram.
Online, yeah.
Is that what yours is? Predominantly Instagram?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, well, Instagram, YouTube, you know, TikTok. Like, I think it's hard to tell with TikTok because like I don't think there's anything to show.
Just loads of bots in it.
Yeah, like there's not like I've had like videos that have got like 100k views, but I haven't noticed like loads of new Instagram followers, for example. So it's like it's not like loads of new people know me because they've seen. Like I've got 100,000 views on TikTok, but I haven't got 100,000 views followers on Instagram off it. You know what I mean, sort of thing, or even close to that.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know what the return on the views is like on TikTok. You know what I mean? But
it seems pretty poor to me. Like I kind of realised I got one or two videos that did really well, and I didn't really gain anything off them.
Yeah.
The followers that I gained on TikTok don't seem to engage with my stuff at all. So it's like what you're kind of chasing that number on TikTok, but.
Yeah.
Whereas with YouTube, that's kind of the opposite, isn't it?
It's very personal, and it's same with Instagram. Like, if someone's following you, they're following you because they want to see you come up on their timeline and then look at your stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah.
If you're getting like 1,000 views on YouTube, it's way, obviously means way more than 1,000 views 100%. On fucking TikTok, doesn't it? So,
100%.
Yeah. What's the goals for the YouTube channel this year? Have you got any like numbers or?
Nah, I've stopped setting myself numbers sort of thing because I just think like it doesn't actually matter. Like and you know what I mean? And but it does matter obviously. Like you want to do better than you did last year, but like I could say no, I want to get 10k by the end of the year.
Subs.
For example, and it's like if I reach it, like nice one. You know what I mean? Like
it don't change your business or anything like that.
Whatever amount of subs I'm gonna get, I should just be buzzing with that. You know what I mean? And
content with that, and just as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly. Like as long as you're not on the streets, you know what I mean, and you're doing what you enjoy, then you can't complain, really, can you? Like, I don't see any point in saying, "Oh, I want to get 10k," and then just be disappointed if you don't get 10k. You know what I mean? Well,
it's one of them as well. Like when if you do set a goal like that and you hit it, sometimes you can just completely fall off track, can't you? Because you've hit your goal. Yeah. And you're just like, why the fuck am I doing this anymore?
Yeah, that fully happened to me, like, with my other channel. Like, I've got the Sluggy Beats Media where I post the in-the-house stuff, and then...
the Sluggy Beats.
Yeah, which I did the tutorials, and, like, for the longest time, I was like, I want 1k subs, you know what I mean? And I was doing, like, 3 videos a week, and then I got the 1k subs, and I was like, well, nothing changed.
What am I going at now? Yeah, like, I did that with Twitch, so when I... like 17, 18, I was grinding to be an affiliate on Twitch. Yeah. And you needed all this ridiculous shit. It just basically required you to fucking sit and stream for hours and hours. Yeah. And I finally got it one night, and it was like 3 a.m. I ran into my mum and dad's office where computer were and stuff, and I like sat down to set it all up and shit. And then next day I were affiliated, and I think about 2 weeks later I just completely stopped playing Fortnite. Because I hit that goal. And I mean, I was getting donations and stuff, but it's like sometimes it fucks you setting a goal, doesn't it? It's good to have little goals, but if you make it like the be all and end all, it can absolutely ruin what you're trying to do, can't it? Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's something I guess we both went. I think for me, like, my goal is just to grow it bigger than it was the last week, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or whatever, like, and that is the case, you know what I mean? And just keep putting out good stuff and making good stuff. And yeah, it's like once you've got the ball rolling, it's hard to stop it rolling, isn't it? Once you've got the momentum, as long as you're there putting which you do, to be fair, lad, you put some hours in, don't you? Like, yesterday when I was fucking in Leeds supping beer, you were grafting in a studio, weren't you? I was sweating bad yesterday. What were you doing? MacBook. Well, that the photo shoot stuff? I did the photo shoot in the morning, so that was like a couple hours, and then got back and just made some beats and that, and did some editing. Put out the little vlog yesterday. Oh, what did you put that out on? On the tutorial channel, the Sluggy Beats. Mate, that didn't even pop up on my YouTube. Yeah, it's dead channel now, isn't it? But it's first time I've uploaded on there in 3 weeks. But like, I want to just start maybe vlogging more for like the fun, because that's what I always wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like lifestyle, kind of. Yeah, I never really wanted to do tutorials, but I was like, I've got to do it to get people on my channel. But now, like, my other channel's popping off, and I'm happy with that. Like, I just post whatever I want on the other one. You know what I mean? You can just kind of enjoy the. Yeah, exactly. That's like the best thing about YouTube, in my opinion, when you're just filming your everyday life, because it's not work at all, is it? No, yeah. Whereas if you're having to sit down and kind of go through stuff and explain stuff,
Yeah.
it's obviously not hard by any stretch.
No, it's not
Sometimes
hard,
maybe,
but honestly, for me, it was just boring. You know,
you
what I
didn't
mean?
enjoy
Like,
it.
I probably enjoyed like filming the videos, editing the video that I found really difficult. I think just like sat there watching myself teach me something that I already done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just sort of really long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you taking on any more new? Would you take on any more new clients for your video editing?
Video editing wise,
Or you've packed out?
I think it depends who you are. Like, if you're someone that is consistent with it, and I know that your videos come in every week.
You're not going to be like, oh, mate, I'm not doing it this week.
No, yeah, I'm not doing one this week, or yeah, I'll get it to you tomorrow, or something like that. Then no, I can't really be bothered. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's not like, obviously is a money thing, but at the same time, I want it to be fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to do anything extra right now, so it's like, I'm not going to do it if it's not for enjoyment, you know what I mean?
If it's not right, you're not going to do it.
Yeah. It depends, like, who it is and, like, if I'm actually interested in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And, like, see a future in it, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to do something that I'm, like,
Half
what you're doing is, like, I don't really believe in it, so...
Well, if you're editing a video and you're just thinking, fucking hell, this is shit, and you just can't be bothered doing it, you're not going to put... It's not going to...
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to put your best effort into it, is it?
No.
It's like going to a tattoo artist and getting them to do something that they fucking absolutely hate.
Yeah.
Like, surely that'll show it through the tattoo.
Yeah, if you're not into it, then it's definitely going to come through, innit?
Yeah. So if anyone's listening and you've got a sick YouTube channel idea and you want someone to edit, it's got to be a good idea, though.
Yeah,
Sluggy's your man.
you got to have a sick business.
Wolf's Up's in sick and you fucking took that on, mate.
Nah, Wolf's Up's popping.
Mate, it's mad how YouTube wasn't even... It was kind of in the back of my head, but it wasn't nowhere near the forefront of my mind until I think we went out for a meal and you said, you're just like, well, like, why aren't you doing YouTube? Like,
yeah. Now, think about most people, like, if you're doing a business, like, this is to any business or literally, like, anything you're doing, even if it's just a hobby or, like, for example, if you're picking up music and you're learning how to do music, like, just start filming it because you never know where it could go, sort of thing. And it's so effortless to film, like, to set up a camera now and just talk. That's all you're really doing. And it's like, it's just like someone there watching you, isn't it? But it's obviously not an actual person. But
you just like, got to be yourself, aren't you? And
yeah.
I suppose people will just click with you, won't they? And the more people you get to click with you build that audience, and then you can.
Yeah.
That audience gives you freedom to, I don't know, you could go into other stuff if you wanted to, because they're going to follow you there. Or
no, exactly.
And it's enjoyable as well. Like, I'm glad you got us doing it, because the amount of people we've met, I don't know, like, we've done loads of shit that we wouldn't have done without having a YouTube channel, because it kind of gives us the incentive to do these things.
Yeah.
Even though they are enjoyable, we probably wouldn't do them just without having the camera there. But yeah, it's mad what, I don't know, YouTube potential for growth. It's mad, really is.
It doesn't even have to be like for like a business reason, really. Like you say, it gets you to spend time with your mates doing something that you enjoy, and like it's like something to look back on. You know, like like if you go gym, then you take progress pics or whatever. Yeah. So like I think you can do that with anything. You know what I mean? Like if you're learning guitar, just film yourself learning guitar. You know. And
then in a year's time, you look back and you're like, "Wow, that was fucking shit." Like if you were traveling, you can look at how much you've grown as a person. But yeah, I'm glad you got us on with that, lad. No, I'm glad that you got into it. Sick, mate. And what about the video editing side of stuff? Like not the video editing, so the ads, like the ad you film for Wolf Subs. Is that something that you'd want to be doing more of? No, yeah, definitely. Definitely want to do more of it. But again, it's like if I'm interested in the thing, I wouldn't just take anything on. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't think it was. I'm not saying worth my time, but like worth that person's time as well. Like, because sometimes I see people doing stuff that I just don't think is even worth their time doing. You know what I mean? If I don't think it's a good idea, so I won't want someone to waste their money, sort of thing. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like it makes me sound like a bit of a dick saying that, but like you're just honest, bro. Like the amount of shit you cut out of our videos and stuff as well, and you're like, you've just got a very subjective, you know what people want to see, and you, if I don't know, you're not bothered about upsetting someone, I suppose, either. I don't think. No, yeah, I definitely think it's like,
I've definitely upset people in the past. I think, well, I know I have, like, over like the way I am maybe about certain things, like, because I'm just so very, like, I know. Well, I think I know best, like, which is like sort of like a bad trait, isn't it? But like with certain things, like, I'm just so confident in myself in believing that this is the right thing that I can't see it any other way, which is definitely a bad thing, but sometimes a good thing. And
I think it's a good thing, mate, 'cause like the amount of shit you've cut out of our videos, and I just know that you've probably watched that and thought nobody wants to fucking see that, or nobody gives a fuck about that. Yeah. So why? I'm just deleting it, like, which is good, because a lot of people, I don't know if you're filming yourself, you might think that everything you're saying someone wants to hear, like, but in reality, like, I remember you saying to me, like, no one wants to know what you fucking ate for breakfast or what toothpaste you use and shit like that.
You got a bit to the point. Like, I even do it, like, the other day when I filmed my vlog, I did 4 attempts at filming myself getting a bottle of water out of the fridge. And I'm like, oh yeah, this will be a nice little cut scene. And then I'll be sat with my bottle of water, you know what I mean? And I was just why have I done that? Like, everybody's got a bottle of water out of the fridge, you know what I mean? We know what it looks like.
Yeah, because in reality, like, you think that these little things look cool, but as you're doing them, you might just be losing someone's interest, might you?
Yeah.
Because, you're right, like, who wants to see you get a bottle of water out of the fridge? Maybe some people do, but...
there's definitely, like, some people who do that, like, style of vlogging. Like, you know, I've seen so many coffee montages over the years, you know what I mean? But there is something about them that's enjoyable to watch, but I just think it depends, like, who you are and if it fits in with your brand, you know what I mean?
What you're trying to do.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely something that's more old school now than, like...
Yeah, because before, like, it was just tricky editing, wasn't it? Like, little quick transitions and stuff. It was kind of impressive, but now everyone can do it, so it's like... You've got like 10, 15 minutes of quality content. Yeah. It's whether you really want to putting your shoes on, fucking getting dressed, getting a shower, wasting a couple minutes.
Yeah. I think you can get away with that sort of thing when you're, like, big, you know what I mean? Like, people are genuinely interested. Like, for example, someone as big as, like, KSI or something like that, people actually might be interested in what he eats for breakfast, you know what I mean? Yeah, true. But, like, someone like me who's not there yet, you know what I mean?
I'd be interested, but maybe not the average viewer.
Yeah, well, probably not. But, so I think it's getting to that level, you know what I mean? Like, well, for, like, if KSI put something in for what he'd eating for breakfast, the sales of it would go up, you know what I mean?
That's fucked.
So that's how you know people are interested.
Yeah.
So it just depends on your audience thinking where you're at, but I think it's been self-aware about
what people actually want to see.
Like, is that a good move or not?
Yeah, I get that. I do get it, because I feel like some people, when you put a camera in front of their face, they just fucking waffle and waffle.
Yeah, proper.
And then you're watching it back and you're like, bruh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I'm glad you got me on it, man. It's sick. So, yeah. Who's next in the house?
Who's next in the house? This lad called Wilco.
Yeah.
Shout out Wilco. I'm not sure if he'll watch this, but...
Is he a Bradford?
I can't remember where he's from now. He's originally from Ireland, I know that, but I can't remember where in England he lives.
Is he, like, big? Or is
he's not big. This is his first ever song, but he smashed it. You've heard it. I sent
you shit. Mate, that was sick.
Yeah,
that was the best one yet, in my opinion.
So that, I really liked that one too. Like, said, didn't we? Tom's in it flow sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll be dropping next week, so hopefully that's good. But
he's never done a song.
No, never done a song. Never even been on a mic or anything like that.
What?
So yeah.
How's he come across you and decide that he wants to do that
then? He just got a mate that lives, who I've done songs with before. Yeah. I don't even know how he knows him. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I just heard him before. He was good. So.
And then you just kind of said,
yeah, just come on if you fancy it.
What? And then do you write the song, or does he write the song?
Nah, he writes like the bars and that. And but obviously I met the beat.
The beat, yeah.
And then record it and produce it.
That's wild that he's never done a song. Like, it just flowed so well.
Yeah.
Like the second half of the song. Will it be out when this is out?
I don't know when this is out.
Whenever you can edit it.
I guess it will. It's not going to be out for like a couple of weeks, is it? Cause
I don't know.
Well, we've got... Has the Expo video been out?
But this, we just upload at any point, don't we?
All right, okay.
I don't feel like we need a schedule for
Tell you what, we'll drop this the same day that drops.
When's that dropping?
Next Thursday.
Thursday
next week.
In fact, we'll drop this a day earlier or some shit.
Wouldn't it
There's
make sense
people-
to be a day after? Then they can go watch it.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, you're right. Would it? Oh, yeah,
Or
probably.
are you wanting to build the hype up?
Yeah, you're probably right, aren't you?
Maybe not. I don't know.
You could build the hype. I think, yeah, we'll drop this after. So if you're listening to this podcast now, what is it, Sluggy?
Yeah, Sluggy Beats Media. Go check it out.
In the House with
Wilco. Yeah.
That is actually a sick tune. Pause the poddy right now and listen to it, because
And then go watch all the others because I get money for it.
cheeky bastard. Mate, what's Marky B video on now?
Marky B, I think that's almost 150k, or it could be 150k. I'm not
Fuck.
sure, but I don't know. Like, it sounds bad, but it's at the point I don't even check it now. You know,
Don't
what I
give
mean?
a fuck.
Just,
You just
just watching it go up. But
money just rolls in, man.
nah, not really, not even. But I think before I was really obsessed with the numbers. So that's something I'm just like, I'm really trying to bring myself back from doing that.
Yeah.
And like, just been so obsessed with like the business side in general, maybe. Like, not looking at music like such a business, because that's something I've always done.
Yeah.
And I think I've always moved as if it's a business, which it is a business, but I think that stopped me from actually just like
Enjoying it.
being an artist sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I don't even really, like, these are my own songs, but like, they're not. You know, I'm making a beat for them to fit them, you know what I mean? For the video to do well, you know what I mean? Rather than just making a song
that you enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's something that I haven't done for like a long time. So that's sort of trying to bring myself back from that.
Yeah. So have you built your income now to a level where it would be sustainable, like with what you're doing, so you can kind of just take gambles at stuff and enjoy different stuff? Or
yeah, 100%. Like, I'm not like well off by any means, but like, I can live, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can live better than like people who've got jobs. So
you're doing what you love at the end of the day. And
and it's, I can't complain. Like, it's not like we go out for meals and stuff, you know what I mean? Which is a luxury in itself. So I think if I can afford to do that, then
that's it. Like,
you know what I mean? I'm doing more than good, really.
100%. How long's it taken you to build up your income to a point where you were like, right, I can start enjoying stuff now, and I've got enough money to live comfortably, I suppose?
It depends which way you look at it, sort of thing. Like, I've always been comfortable with money, but only because, like, as you know, like last year I was working at Sainsbury's still, and I quit there in November, but because I've never let myself not be okay with money, because you know, that's just like another stress then, and it sort of prevents you from, like, even that I absolutely despise Sainsbury's with like every bone in my body, but it's like better to have them. I know that you need money to make money, you know.
You've got the steady income of that.
Yeah,
so like,
you've got to invest in yourself. And like, I see like so many people think that they can do something without putting money into it, but I just
or without putting like the shit grafting beforehand,
exactly.
like
so
working the part-time job or working the shit job.
Yeah, like you've got to do the shit bits to enjoy the good bits, you know what I mean? Like,
That's it, man. Yeah, like, I don't know. There's no blessings without some fucking graft.
No,
and
definitely
shit,
not. Like, it's not easy. Like, if you want an actual time, I'd say like I've been trying to live off music, you know what I mean, since, well, not just music, just creating stuff in general, since like leaving school.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You burping, lad.
Yeah. But like, maybe not. I mean, I've been at college and uni, so it's not as much pressure when you're at those sort of things, because you think like, well, I don't really have to do much because you're studying.
A student, so it's like,
But like, definitely since uni, like, I've just been going hard with it. Even before then, sort of thing.
What were the first like bit of money you made in music, like the first sale or whatever? Do you remember that or not?
First money I made in music was when I was like 14 and just like playing gigs and stuff in local pubs, like on drums. Like, I used to play like the Fleece and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shout out the Fleece.
Fucking shit all, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Just like pubs and stuff like that. I used to get like 50 quid a night maybe. Like when I was 14, I was like,
that's sick.
Like, like, because we do a gig every week sometimes, you know what I mean? Like some months. So like, for a 14-year-old, like 200 quid for the month, like, it sounds like nothing now, but like,
mate, it would, like, I used to have like a tenner a week.
And then like, like just mainly band stuff like from early, and then started doing DJing, which paid a bit better.
What about beat sales? Like, do you enjoy creating and selling beats way more than live music, or which way around, or equally? Yeah.
I don't know, man. This it sounds bad, but it's generally like about the money for me. I can't lie. Like,
Really? Yeah.
yeah, it's just like with the like now I'm sort of wanting to become an artist and start doing the live shows and do DJing and stuff like that. But like it is like incredibly enjoyable, obviously, to perform live, but also like you can earn a lot more money just performing in one night than what you could just like doing beat sales. You know what I mean? Like for a festival sort of something like that. Like if you're a decent sized artist, you might get like $1,000 for playing like 45 minutes. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Or like so but it's not like I'm saying like it's about the money. I'm just but for me it's like about the money, and that I want to get that money and then put it into a studio and grow something else. You know what I mean?
Is that the thing that you're most passionate about then, the studio side and like the in the house stuff?
Yeah, just like growing stuff in general. And I have a bad habit of like once I can do something, it becomes boring to me. So
I get
like,
that. Yeah.
Like when I first discovered selling beats, like everyone was like that I watched on YouTube was like it takes months and stuff to do your first beat sale and stuff like that. And I literally only started making beats like 2 weeks before this.
Yeah.
Like getting obsessed with like the idea of selling beats. And then I just thought I'm just going to start uploading straight away. And I think it took me like a week to make my first sale or something like that. Yeah. So then after I'd done that, I was like, you know,
need a challenge. But
yeah. So I think then it become more about like growing the channel and stuff around the beats. And like I was sort of selling the beats to then tell other people how to sell beats. If you know what I mean? Like it never really bothered about like making loads of money, but it's more like I guess it's like your subscriber count, you know what I mean? It's like I see the money as the same sort of thing. Like if you're growing your money, you know, you're growing as
everything
a whole,
around
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like if you can get paid more to make a beat, it means you've grown as an artist, you know what I mean? Or
well, money's a good indicator of how well you're doing 100%. So it's a good metric to kind of go by. You might be comfortable, but I don't know, like revenue goals, I suppose, or earning goals. It's always a good indicator of how well you're doing. Yeah, I just felt like last week I just felt bored. At the minute now I don't have the cash flow to kind of go at something else. So like I'm saving for more of the products that I've already got. Yeah. So it was like, well, what the fuck do I do? And I was like, I might just start creating a product and just like building hype around it and not actually order any of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just until I can afford it, just to kind of cure that boredom.
No, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, man? You do so much shit, and when you look back on it, you're like, fucking hell, like, we've come a long way, but you sometimes just feel like you haven't done anything at all.
No,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I think we both said to each other, like, like you'll say to me, you're doing bits, and I've said that to you, you're doing bits, but then, like, I'm sure you've had other people say it to you, but when they say it to you, you think, I ain't done fuck all, I'm lazy as fuck, like, that's how you feel, but, like, in reality, you have done, like, a hell of a lot, like, growing stuff from, like, nothing, but, like, you still just can't help, when you're in that mind set of, like, growing something, you can't help but think lazy about it, but that's what I mean about, like, saying, like, it has to be a bit about the money, like, making us a lot of money to keep doing the things that you want to grow.
Well, that's it. If someone gave you 20, this is like my dream. If you're listening, anyone with fucking loads of money, someone just comes up to me and like, yeah, mate, there's 20 grand. Just put it in your business. No strings attached. Yeah. Just fucking do some mad shit with that 20 grand. I'd be like, oh my God. Like, you could literally build something mad, couldn't you? Like, I don't know, 100%, obviously.
Like, it's just unfortunate that money's a boundary, isn't it? But it has to be about the money sometimes.
Well, you've got to grow with it. So like, for me, I've got to grow. My money is growing. Cash, I suppose the revenue's growing, but the cash is always going back in. Yeah. So the business is growing. I'm still kind of getting paid the same, but you're just seeing the business growing until you hit a point where you're kind of happy and you're not investing all that money back in. You won't really see how much you've done, I suppose.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good point, because it's like, I think a lot of people like for example, if you've got a job, people will get more money and then spend that money on like a fresh new car or
Right,
like
yeah.
they'll like buy like designer clothes or whatever, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whereas like me, like I'm not bothered about getting like a Gucci bag or whatever, because
Yeah.
it's like I could spend a few £100 on a Gucci bag, or I could put that money into
Yeah.
a business, and you're probably the same.
Like a new camera or like a new lens or
Yeah, exactly.
new
So it's like,
microphone or
yeah, you're never actually any better off when you like
you don't feel
still,
it.
nah,
But like, I don't. For example, this room that we fucking sat in, like,
yeah,
all this money's just gone back in. Like,
yeah,
but obviously, I could have taken that money and bought, like you say, a Gucci bag or some bullshit
Yeah.
like that. But then we wouldn't be sat here doing this. Like,
no, exactly.
it's fucking madness, isn't it? But
I think as well, like for people on the outside, like people look that you built this room and be like, oh, he must be rich as fuck, like to
facts, mate.
buy all that stuff. You know what I mean? But it's just not like that, is it? In reality,
It's kind of like you have people who have the mentality where they'll kind of risk the money, keep putting money back in business, like people, like probably like us too. And then the people who are completely risk averse, like they just work like 9 or 5, and they will see shit like this and be like, oh, it must be, I don't know, mum and dad must have given him loads of money.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, like I go to bed worrying about invoices that have got to be paid, rent that's due, bills that are due, just like everyone else does. But at the same time, still throw money at shit because I don't know, like you
just
said,
gotta do it, aren't you?
Yeah, and like you believe in yourself, like you said, you had a strong belief in yourself. So if you believe in yourself, then why not bet on yourself? It's like believing a horse is gonna fucking, you know, this horse is gonna win, and it's like 25-1, and you just know it's gonna win.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put a quid on it? Do you know what I mean? But
I think it's sometimes makes you sound mental, doesn't it? But like when you are doing something like that, like in my head, I'm always like, I know I'm gonna do it. Like for whatever reason, you just know you're gonna succeed at whatever you're doing, don't you? Like
you have a feeling, don't you? Like you wouldn't let yourself fail at it. So,
yeah.
But you do see people get attached to the business at the same time. Like you see failing businesses, and you see like the owners just clearly
need to let go.
Yeah, clearly attached to it and doesn't see the way it's going, which you hope that you never end up in that situation, or you're not in that situation. But
yeah, no, 100%. But I feel like that's why I want to grow as many things as possible. You know what I mean? Because like even in my head, like I do think like, how long can I really have music that's like popping off? You know what I mean?
Do you think that?
Yeah, definitely. Like in 10 years' time, this music that's in now is not going to be in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you can either switch up and do a different sort of music, or you can have something else that's.
So it's like fashion, like.
Yeah. I guess like. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of someone to compare. I don't know.
Do you ever think that, this is another point, do you ever think that because you spread yourself so thin, though, you might hold yourself back? In, say, if you went full balls to the wall with, I don't know, the Sluggy in the house, whatever, or if you went full balls to the wall with a video editing, or balls to the wall with one aspect, like that could grow, say, 100
I get
times.
what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Do you think?
I do get what you mean. I think the biggest, like, in reality, I'm gonna really have two focuses, and that's like being an artist and the video stuff. Like, they're both creative aspects. You know what I mean? And like when I've done video stuff in the past, I never realized that it would like come to a point where I'm sort of making a living off that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Do it as a hobby, and then
yeah. Like I never thought I'd do video ads or do music videos and stuff like that. But like eventually, for me, like my end goal is to sort of have like a little like empire sort of thing, like have my own studio, have a record label, and be able to just like throw money at people in certain ways where it's like, if I believe in whatever music you're making or anything like that, like I can make it happen. Like, you know, we can do the videos, we can do the music, you know what I mean? I want to eventually have enough stuff to where I can just do whatever I want, basically, you know what I mean?
Yes. And you'll get there, man, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I believe I will get there, but
I think you will, mate. Like, you've got a work ethic that's fucking admirable, man. Like,
yeah.
I know you won't ever admit it, but I sometimes think, like, how do you've taught yourself a lot of this shit, which I admire. Like, I don't know, like all the computer side of it. How did you even learn how to do that? Like the video editing, do it so well.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people ask me that, like,
just watch videos and.
Yeah, like, I mean, Saskia, like, will, like, sit and, like see me video editing and be like, how do video edit, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even really know, like, myself. Like, I just sort of do it.
You
Like,
just
it
learn
sounds
it.
stupid, but like, it's like you with like I'll point out products to you in the shop and be like, oh, what's this all about? And you'll pick it up and you'll just start reading ingredients to me and be like, oh yeah, but it's not got much of this in, or it's got a lot of that in. And I'm just like, lad,
Yeah.
I've got no fucking clue what you're on about, mate. Like, but like, you'll have effortlessly probably like researched that shit and like
Out of enjoyment.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you'll just know about it. And it's like, some like, if someone goes to you like, oh, how do you know all this? It's like, it's not so, it's like pretty obvious, really. Like, you just like, not pretty obvious,
No,
but
I
like,
get
you
you.
obviously just looked at it and just like
Because I've had that
learnt it.
before.
But
Like,
yeah, it's like you just do, innit? It's like you can't
yeah.
explain it. Like,
I remember when I was like 16, 17, we're proper into like supplements, just diet in general. I'd used to read like full on fucking studies, like 300-page studies.
yeah,
And half of the words on there, if you've read them, you'd just be like, what the fuck's that even mean? But after you've read just study after study, you start learning shit.
yeah.
And yeah. And I've got another mate who actually did the same, and he's smart as fuck with all that shit as well. Like,
Yeah.
I can speak to him about stuff and
You understand
know,
each
but
other.
that's just out of enjoyment. That like,
Yeah.
it's not that I was sat there thinking, oh, I want to learn all this because it'll benefit me in future.
No,
It was just like, I was a bit of a sadder, and it just was interesting. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. But it's weird that like the things you do when you're younger, you don't realise is gonna
help you so much.
Yeah, because it's like literally when I was 10, like, and started skateboarding and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, I want to make skate videos. Like, that's why I got obsessed with like the skate video side of it.
Oh, is it?
And it's like, who'd have thought that something you do when you're 10 is gonna help you in like 12 years or whatever, like
Yeah.
make a living, you know what I mean? You just don't realise at the time. And same with music, like, started learning guitar when I was 7, and it's like, I'm still doing music now.
Yeah.
So it's like, you just don't realise, you know, what could happen. And at the same time, like, you could pick something up now in your later years, and it could be a big business that you met when you're 40, you know what I mean? You just...
That's true. A lot of people do that as well, don't they? Which I always find mad. I always think, how are you starting a business when you're 40?
Yeah, I really think I'll be finished by the time I'm 40.
I'm hoping so and all. I don't think, but I fucking hope.
Yeah.
Stress, mate. We'll have grey hair, us too.
Yeah, probably. I see myself just telling everyone else what to do when I'm 40. Yeah.
Oh, dear. It's that on Bahamas somewhere.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, do your fucking
Taking
job.
calls.
Yeah, taking calls. No, it's I don't know. You've got to enjoy the struggle as well, aren't you? And building it, like, that's the beauty of it, really.
I love it. Me, like, I actually like money wise as well. Like, I love being like skint. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like, because that's what made me work so hard in the first place. Because I hated Sainsbury's, and I like.
You hated not having like enough money to do shit you wanted. Or?
Yeah, just not doing the stuff you want to do full time and stuff like that. So it's like being skint and like needing to make that money is what made me do it in the first place. So it's like sometimes I think about just like doing stupid shit, you know what I mean, just to have less money
To
and
make
like,
yourself uncomfortable.
yeah, and just like work harder.
Yeah.
It's like, I think there's nothing worse than being comfortable
100%.
in what you're doing.
Yeah, people get comfortable in like jobs and shit, and they're just
10
years go by and you're just depressed. And
yeah.
I feel like even just if you're listening now and you haven't done anything mad for a while, like just go book a skydive or some shit. Like, do you know, just do something mad or invest in a business. Like, you've probably got savings.
Yeah.
Even if you've got a few £100 and you want to start something, just do
Yeah.
it, because I don't know if you've seen Josh Wooding's new clothing brand.
No.
He's just brought out a clothing brand, and he's been on about doing it for months and months, and then finally got to ordering it, and the final samples came today, and they look pretty sick. So
Yeah. Is that someone I should know? Is he in our year?
No, year below.
Oh, year below.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of like sort of picture him, but I definitely recognise the name. But
Yeah, I'll send you the
yeah, you have to show me.
WDNS it's called. If you're listening, follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
What sort of stuff is it like?
It's like lifestyle clothing. So
Right.
like, I don't know if you've seen like Hera and stuff like that.
All right, yeah.
Similar
yeah.
kind of vibe to that. I
Cool
think
stuff.
anyway. It's nice, but
Yeah.
it's just another thing. Like, just another guy who's just thought, fuck it, I've had enough of saying I want to do it. I'm actually gonna do it. Like, we're pretty blessed now to be in a position where we've got income. We can kind of gamble on stuff that we find fun. But if you are just starting out, you have just got to go for it, haven't you?
Yeah,
like,
you just gotta go for it. But I think to anyone out there who's like living at home, just like fucking do whatever. Like before you've got a house or a flat or just any bills to pay, just like throw your money at just anything.
Yeah.
It's like seriously, like it's one thing that I wish I'd have done a bit more when I was living at home to like take that opportunity, because it just really doesn't matter at that point. Like if your bank account hits zero, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just don't go out for the rest of the week, or it's
exactly.
like fucking hell. Does it matter?
Yeah, it's not like you've got like a mortgage to pay or like rent to pay or anything like that. So
yeah, that's when it gets uncomfortable and very stressful. Like say sleepless nights, just
yeah. Like I mean, I can't imagine what you feel like with like, because I haven't got like a lot of overheads really, other than like my actual life, like my house and stuff. But
I suppose your business is quite different, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's very different to what you've got.
Yeah, I rely on, I don't know, I rely on customers coming in or buying my shit. Otherwise, I'd just sink. So
yeah. Do you ever like think like getting a bit of a crisis and think, fucking hell, what if it just goes?
All the time, bro.
Yeah, it's
literally
awful, isn't it?
All the fucking time. Like last night, I was stressing about money, like just thinking.
Still text me asking if you fancy food this week though.
Well, Amy said that she like, can we really afford it? And I'm like, we're fucking young. But yeah, we've booked, me and Geordie going travelling in December as well for a couple of weeks, so that's another thing. Like, but I'd rather spend the money that I do have, because I don't pay myself, but I pay myself below an average wage, like a UK average wage, and still manage to live an all right life. So I don't see any excuse for anyone not to start a business or do what they want to do, because
definitely.
You don't need to be earning an absolute wad to do it. Like it'd be nice, like if you could start with 50k and start a business, you'd have a massive jump on like people who've started with nothing. But you can live your life. I mean, obviously it's getting tougher as inflation's fucking through the roof, but
there's never a harder time to start, really, is there? But it's probably only going to get harder.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm kind of worrying a bit. Like,
it is a scary time to be alive, I would say, but you just got to make the most of it, haven't you? Because you're only alive once. I was saying this to Saskia earlier, like I wish I had multiple lives, because like there's so many things I'd like to do and try, you know what I mean? But
you feel like one lifetime's not enough.
No, definitely not. Like, well, like you said, with the like spreading yourself too thin, like there's just not enough, is there, like to do everything that you want to do, unfortunately, like business wise anyway. I feel like
it's because you want to do all these different ventures
like,
and test the waters in different
like I've got some proper random shit, like I've always liked skateboarding, and like I've always like been like, I'd love to start a skateboard brand, but like there's just no like it's something I've always wanted to do, but it's like there's just no like sense in doing it, you know what I mean? When you're growing what you're currently doing, like maybe when I'm like 40 or something,
as like a hobby kind
just
of
for
shit.
fun. But
that's mad, that, bro, because I don't have anything other than growing. Like I don't think about any other business other than Wolf SUPPS is just like, I just want to grow this to the moon. Like I don't think about anything else. But
I wish I was like that, but I think I just like making shit too much, you know what I mean? And like
creating shit.
Like I just think like it's just fun. I don't know, just that's what I obsess over. So
I think your brain works very like it creatively, doesn't it? Like you thrive when you're in a creative zone. You like
definitely
doing shit.
So. And I like the like putting stuff together, you know what I mean? Like organising something.
Something like that's random and just...
Yeah, you spot on like a lot of events or something, and there was something about like organising it all that I just really liked.
Really?
Yeah, which is probably like well boring to most people, like emailing people and that, and like time slots and stuff like this, but I don't know.
Yeah, most people try not to be that guy, don't they? They don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, but there's just something about it that just...
Putting something together.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... Lads were on about booking a flight over there to Milan, and everyone's like, who's booking flights?
I don't like shit like that.
Oh, you don't like shit like that?
Not for me, nah. Why, are you on that?
I'm not.
The only reason I don't like shit like that is because people don't reply. Like, you'd be like, oh, shall we go at this time? And people just won't say yes on there. Like, it's just
I just
nightmare.
ignored, chat me, or like, I'm not fucking booking them flights. You get to the airport and you've got like 10 flights, like, oh yeah, mate, sort yours. I think, someone ended up doing it, but...
Yeah.
So not like shit like that. You mean like events, like proper events?
Yeah, just like, I don't know, just being there on a day and just being like, I've put that together, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It comes down to the creating stuff again, you know what I mean? Because it's like you created an event in a way, like you've got this music there, the sound guys there, the sound checks happened, there's all these people that have come to watch. It's just mad.
And after a night, you've created like memories for them people, and
yeah,
they
exactly.
go home and
Like
remember
it's just
that night.
mad. I think
It is mad when you're putting people together, putting pieces together, and it comes together well. Anyway, I suppose it's.
I said to you a bit ago, didn't I, like about doing like Wolf SUPPS events. I think that's something you need to do. Like, and you were on about having people come down to the shop, weren't you, or something?
Yeah, well, we were gonna do it in August, but it's just insurance, man, and like.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Just
like,
a headache.
Just having people show up that you don't really want there and stuff as well. That's
Yeah,
kind
you
of.
never know, do you?
Or well, even people that I don't know. It could just be a massive. It could just be me worrying over nothing, which it probably is. But
I guess maybe you could do like a unrelated thing that is not at the shop.
Just meet somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
that'd
like be like, oh, meet at this bar or whatever.
Yeah, because then it's not on you, is it?
In Leeds.
Yeah.
And it don't really matter what goes on because it's just like a public thing, isn't it? Like.
You're right. Yeah, that'd be a good. Or even say like, I remember you telling me to start putting the gym times you go in, the gyms you go in, and the time, so people can just rock up. Which would be another thing for the future, I suppose. I don't think we've got enough like following at the minute for.
Maybe soon. It's growing fast, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, a few people might show up, but.
Yeah.
Would you ever do shit like that? Like.
In what sense?
Like a meet up with all your artists and stuff like that, or would it just not work?
This something I've been thinking about like a lot is like trying to get my own like club night somewhere.
Right.
Like, you know, once a month, and I put on like a few acts each month and just have people come down.
Where watched any club or?
Any club. If there's any clubs out there watching, you know what I mean, hit me up.
Yeah, we've got podcast is full of club owners, man.
Yeah, probably probably somewhere in Leeds. Like, I think have you ever been to Key Club?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, somewhere like there would be like ideal. Like it's like 250 caps, so not like too big but not too small. Like
what's so like that kind of music that they're playing Key Club, or do they have everything in Key Club? I've been to Key Club when it was like pop punk.
Like, I'd want to do like my sort of music, but that's what I mean. Like again, I think that's something where there's a gap in the market where it's like not been touched yet.
Yeah,
like because it's like when like. You know, like when, what's he called, Lil Pump? Is it Lil Pump? Who did the Gucci Gang? Yeah, like when he started popping off, and like that sort of music, like they had a Gucci Gang night at Key Club.
Did they?
Yeah, and like that's something that popped off for a bit, and I think this is in that, just starting to come up, you know what I mean, where it's like it can have its own night, I feel like anyway, but I definitely think there's a lot of people that would come, but whether that's the case, you don't know until you try, do you? But
no.
Like for some reason, confidently, like I think I'd sell out like 250.
Really?
Cap, yeah. I think not. I'm not saying me, like, but the event, I could make an event that would sell out. I think.
Mate, that's sick. Who would you have on?
Just any of the people that have been on In the House, really.
Yeah.
Any of them. But I'd probably put a few acts on it a night. But like,
you might attract some bigger names as well if you are selling out like Key Club, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mate, that's actually mad. That'd be sick.
It would be sick, but it's probably one of those things I'll sit on for the next like 6 months and then I'll do it.
That's good that you'll actually do it though. Like,
you
probably calculate it and weigh up whether it's worth doing before you fucking just do it.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing sometimes.
Yeah, but that's one of those things that's like a big cost that you might not get that money back. You know what I mean?
What would be the cost? Just paying the guy?
Like hiring the venue, hiring the sound guy, and then paying the people that are performing.
Or would you just say you hired the Key Club, would you just hire it for the night?
Yeah.
What would the cost of that be? Have you not
I think Key Club's like 250 quid or something like that.
For the night?
For the night, yeah. I might be way off with that. Well, it's probably more now anyway than what I have it in my head, but I think it'd be 250 for the night.
That's not bad at all, is it?
No, it's not bad really, but when you're hiring it for the night though, you're not really like, anyone can still come in, does that? It's not like a private event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, but you can put an event there.
But that's what you'd want, innit, really? You'd want people walking in.
Yeah.
Mate, I feel like that could work. 'Cause you have got quite a good following in them areas, aren't you?
Yeah,
and that type of music, I feel like, and it's quite local as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely think it'd be good. The biggest area for that music is definitely like Bradford, but Bradford's already got like stuff going on, like nightclub wise for that sort of thing. So, and I don't think Leeds does.
No.
So, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, it definitely happened. Like, definitely happened at some point, but I don't know when yet.
That'd be cool. It'd be an interesting group of people.
Yeah, it will definitely be interesting.
Are they actually, this is another thing that I feel like people would want to hear. Are they actually like drug dealers and shit, or do they just chat shit?
Yeah, some people 100%. Like,
they're about that life.
Obviously, some people talk it and they're not it. You know what I mean? Like, when I went for my photo shoot on Tuesday, like, this guy had just done photos for Digger D.
Right,
like, behind the scenes shots of his new music video, and I was like, oh, what's he like as a person? You know what I mean? And he was just like, you can definitely tell, like, he's definitely about that life. You know what I mean?
He's seen some shit.
And like, you can see that with the people that come in, like, you sort of know straight away whether they are about that life or they're just saying they are. You know what I mean?
Really?
But yeah, I think, to be honest, like, I feel like the sort of music I've doing, like, it's very like Chava sort of thing. And I feel like then people sort of get like a bad like, what's a
bad rep? Yeah,
bad rep for like being the way they are. But I actually think I've worked with like Chavas, and then like people who do drill music and people who do like trap or UK or whatever.
Right.
And I definitely think the Chavas are like the nicest, best people.
Really?
So, you know what I mean? Like, when you think about it, drill music's literally about killing people. Like, that's what a drilling is. You
like
know what
stabbing and...
Yeah, like, that's what it means. It means stabbing someone. So it's
really?
Like,
is that what it means?
Yeah, like, drillings is like stabbing someone.
Yeah.
I think, anyway,
well, they all wear like
me on that,
masks and shit, don't they, in the videos? So.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's all about just like stabbing people and that, and it's just like...
So you found more enjoyment out of working with like I don't know what.
Chavas.
Is that what it is? Is that the,
yeah.
Is that in the dictionary, that word?
Yeah, Chava.
Big Chava boy.
But yeah, like, I think... Well, I actually think this music scene is like a sick one to be a part of, like, and like the events thing is always something I'd wanted to do, but like before, when I was doing like drill and UK rap and stuff, I thought I don't want to like
associate with these guys, or
not associate with them, because I'm not saying they're not like nice, but like just like I've gone to events where like shit's gone down, I just don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Really?
Or, like, I don't want to make that event where someone does get fucking stabbed or shot, or like the venue gets fucked up or whatever, you know what I mean? That's not what you want behind you.
Is that not kind of, does your music not have an aspect of that to it as well? Because I listen to some of the lyrics and I'm not all of them, but it's like running away from feds and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There is like, obviously, like there's a lot of police chases and stuff like that, and like robbing and drug dealing and stuff, but I would say it's a lot less
violent,
harmful than stabbing someone. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I suppose if some like guy's enjoying his car, I suppose, and driving it like an idiot and gets chased by police. I mean, I'd never fucking like do one from police, but say a guy's rapping about that, and then there's another guy rapping about stabbing up someone and stabbing his brother or whatever, and it's like, obviously that's way more fucking harmful in it than
100%. Like, it's like you say, it's not something that I'd do like either way, but I genuinely think it's like that sort of thing is just like a bit of fun for them, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they find fun. Yeah. And like, so be it, you know what I mean? Like, if like fucking going fast in a car and getting chased by cops is fun for you, then go ahead, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not bothered. Yeah. And I don't think it's like that harmful, to be fair. Like, no, it's dangerous, obviously. I'm not going to deny that, but
so they're not. Like, you could probably tell when you just sat speaking to them or stood speaking to them whether they're fucking, I don't know, if they're nice people.
Nah, genuinely, like everyone I've worked with, like house music wise, has always been like very nice people. Like, and I always like, I feel like a lot of people would look at like Bad Boy Chiller Crew and stuff like that and think that they're like not smart, but like a lot of these people are
the market
like really
itself.
Smart, and they know what they're doing, you know what I mean? Like, Like, I don't know if you saw Bad Boy Chilkery when they first came around. Like, they were doing mad shit, like downing bottles of vodka and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like people watch it and think, oh, he's fucking idiot
He's
doing that, but he
idiots.
knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
They know
Like,
what's
it's
going to
like-
get the views and get the attention.
Like that's why they blew up. You know?
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Well, it's like Steve will do it, innit? Do you ever watch him?
No, I don't know who that is.
Do you know Nelk Boys?
Yeah,
You do know Nelk Boys. Just part of Nelk Boys.
Oh, right, okay.
And he grew. Well,
Has he got blonde hair?
he's got blonde, like shaved hair, like short, really short.
Yeah.
And he blew up just necking bottles of wine, necking bottles of vodka. And I mean, he came across as a fucking idiot, but
Yeah.
it's like, was he doing that out of fucking, I don't know, out of...
I think so. I think these people know what they're doing. They're just smart and they've just got the...
In back of his head, he's thinking like, yeah, I'm going to grow my YouTube channel. I'm going to have all these clothing, this fucking whiskey brand, whatever else they've got now.
Yeah. I wish I had like the head to like do shit like that, you know what I mean? But like play a character sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because those people that play, like, have you heard of that I Show Speed?
No.
You haven't?
No.
He's just like huge Twitch streamer at the minute. But like he just plays a character like the whole time. I just don't know how he does it.
It's not even him.
Like it's somewhat him, but I'd probably say it's like, I mean, I've never spoke to the guy, but like I feel like it's like really blown.
It's a play.
Like same with KSI, like
Yeah.
when he used to play FIFA and just like scream
Shout
and just
and
like
shit,
throw
yeah.
controls and stuff like, it's just not how he probably actually behaves. But
It's like Andrew Tate. You'd know Andrew Tate.
yeah.
Like that. There's no way that's him.
Yeah. No, I don't think it is. I mean, have you seen like older videos of him, like when he was like kickboxing and stuff, and like he's been on like weird TV shows, hasn't he? Like
been
them
on, like,
survival ones. And stuff.
Big Brother and shit, and
So I just think, he's definitely playing a character somewhat, isn't he? Like
he's obviously a very smart guy. Like he's one of the lads in group chat overnight were saying about can't get rid of Tate or whatever. Just he's everywhere on his feed, on everything.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Where he took a screen recording of him in group chat, and then went onto TikTok and scrolled down, and after like 3 videos, it would Tate. Stop the screen recording, put it into chat, and he was like, "Oh boys, you do the same thing and see what happens. Like, see if it's same for you." So I screen recorded mine, jumped onto TikTok, and second video were just Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
And then a couple of other lads did it. Some of them were like 4 videos, some were like 5. But it's like, what the fuck?
You can't get rid of him, can you?
Like, and 2 of the guys fucking can't stand the guy. Like,
Oh, really?
but yeah, I suppose TikTok feeds off that, doesn't it? And it's just throws it at you. But what is the long-term goals for Harry? Not Sluggy, just you in general, man. Like
my life in general.
Life in general. Yeah.
Big question, I guess. Life goal wise, but I think, like for me, all I've wanted mostly is just like freedom. You know what I mean? Just to be able to do whatever I want. And that's probably like I hated school. College was alright because it was like you're a bit more free in uni, like you're free doing music, and like you have got a choice whether you're going or not going, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then like going into Sainsbury's, like again, you're stuck there. You don't really have a choice whether you're there or not. So just sort of like, I have got like quite a bit of freedom now in the sense that I get to do what I want and choose how I spend my time, sort of thing. But like if I want to do nothing for the next month, like that's not really something I can do.
Yeah, you'd fall behind with.
Yeah, exactly. So just like basically just to have like freedom, like for money not to be a worry.
Financial freedom.
Yeah, financial freedom. Yeah, that's the best way to put it, isn't it? That's the word.
Any more dogs on the agenda, mate? Because Ziggy's a fucking legend.
Pet dogs. Yeah, I definitely want some more dogs. I'd love like end house goal, big farmhouse, lots of dogs, big field.
Would you ever want to live abroad, or are you quite happy in UK?
I don't think it's for me.
Nah.
Definitely after this heat wave that we've had in the
Really?
UK, I just can't hack the heat. Like, I definitely like the idea of like, again, this comes down to the freedom thing, like being able to work anywhere.
Yeah.
But like, I think business-wise goals for me is like, I want to get to a point where I can do anything and people will like it, if that makes sense. Like,
right.
I'm not saying I want to be as big as like a Logan Paul, but for example, Logan Paul can, like, he's done boxing. Like KSI, like he switched to music.
Yeah.
The they can make their water brand and people just want it anyway because they've made it.
It's literally fucking water with a bit of salt in it.
Yeah. So it's like once people like love you for like your personality and like you've got enough fans, like maybe I can make that skateboard brand in 30 years and people will just like it anyway because I've made it. So just like sort of to get to something like that. Music wise, like I want to do tours and stuff, just like play festivals, DJing. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of goals I could go on for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know, but freedom's definitely like the main goal. Financial freedom, like not needing. I think I probably would like to get out of this country, not for the fact that like I don't like
just
the country itself, but no, not even that. I just don't like the politics and stuff and the tax and not that I mind paying tax, but it's just not.
Hey Jamal, see if you're listening. It's Sluggy Beats. I don't know his real name, but
no, just for like.
Nah, I get
like
you.
what the fuck's it been spent on? You know what I mean?
Tax is
like,
fucked, mate.
Like, just stuff pisses me off about the country. You know what I mean? Like that NHS app, like however much is they pay to spend on that. I know a guy who I worked with at Sainsbury's who could have made it for you in a day. You know what I mean? It's just a joke, innit? Like I just think the country's a joke.
Guy at Sainsbury's who could have made it.
Yeah, he could have done.
Bro.
Shout out Lucas.
Yeah, the country is a fucking farce, mate.
Yeah. Like I do like it here. Like I like the weather. Like I don't mind bad weather at all.
Yeah, mad, man.
I like there's something about like whenever I go somewhere else I don't even know what I'm saying, but I just don't think it's that bad, you know what I mean? I do like it here.
You kind of feel
I like that having my family here and stuff like that, and my friends. But yeah, the country's a bit fucked in it, so I don't know.
Country's west, innit?
Yeah, so maybe when I'm older and like family's older and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then maybe like move somewhere else, but I don't know. I think definitely like I want to meet a lot more people as well, so I do want to. I don't feel like I know enough people at the minute that do like enough stuff, if that makes sense.
Really?
Like I just want to know more business owners and like people who are doing cool shit, you know what I mean? And like other people, like there's only so much you can do by yourself, in there. Like the more people you know, like if you like you were saying earlier, like if someone could give you 20k and just go ahead with it, like if you knew a billionaire, they probably just would. Genuinely, you know what I mean? So like the more people you know, the further you can go in it.
Never harms, does it, mate? And I feel like other businesses, especially around here, don't realise that.
No.
That's like when I've pitched to them Wolf Sups and stocking Wolf Sups in certain gyms.
Yeah.
They've been like, oh no, like we'll get back to you, whatever. And in my head, I'm thinking, surely it's a no-brainer. If I had a gym and everyone in that local area were buying Wolf Sups off me anyway, and they come in my gym, surely it makes sense for me to take for the gym to take the profit.
Yeah.
And I were kind of giving that to them.
Yeah.
And some of them were just like, you could tell it were just because they didn't want to see. They saw it more as competition rather than as building
working together. Yeah.
And gyms that have taken it and stuff, I've promoted the fuck out of them. I've sent people their way, sent people to the PTs.
Yeah.
And they're the guys who obviously have that mindset where everyone grows together.
Yeah.
Rather than a competition mindset. But you're 100% right. Like it's people, the more people you know, especially in your industry and stuff, it does skyrocket you.
Yeah.
Because they can give you advice, they could send people your way. It's just good connections to have in it.
Yeah, definitely. It's just meeting those like people that are doing that. 'Cause like you say, most people aren't like that or like that way wired. Like
people don't think, do they? Like,
I think there's a lot of people that think for them to succeed, they have to like sort of like bring someone else down, or like if they
or go it alone. Like
like for some like producer wise, like just relating it to something that I'd know. You can ask like certain producers how you would do like a certain thing or make a certain sound, and they won't tell you because they think like if you know how to make that sound, then they'll just get all the songs. You know what I mean? It's just like, who, like, why do you care?
Yeah,
like if someone else gets like a big song, then I'm buzzing. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd think that most people would be like that, but they're not. They're like, fuck's sake, that should have been my song.
Yeah, I get
you know
that.
what I mean? So it's just.
Well, like, for me, it'd be like, I suppose people have asked me before, loads of supplement brands that have started have been like, how do how did you start, whatever.
Yeah.
And there is a line that I'll draw.
I think it's a bit different for you though, isn't it?
Making a product, even so though, man, I'll tell them step by step
Yeah.
what they need to do, like ring manufacturers, get a label sorted, get a formula, and they'll be like, some will be like, oh, cheers, mate, thanks for that advice, really helpful. And then others will be like, well, what manufacturer do you use and how much of this? And I'm like,
yeah, they won't do any of the work themselves.
you're actually wanting to just fully rip off my product. But if they did start it based off my advice, I would promote their supplements if I thought they were good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not of the mindset that because it's competing against me, they're going to take. No, like, I sell other people's supplements for a living. So, like, if there is a good supplement, I will promote it, and I'm happy to do that. But, some people, mate, they are very close-minded that.
Nah, I can't remember who I heard say it, but someone said, like, oh, if you won't share the sauce, then you've got a limited amount of sauce. Yeah, so I think those people that won't give out info, that's all they've got.
They're kind of...
So they're scared of that one thing being taken away.
Yeah, they're insecure that you might fuck them up and do better than them. But
exactly.
It is crazy. Like, when you realise that everyone grows together, like if you help people grow, they'll help you grow in return. It just works for everyone. It's not selfish. It is selfish in a way, but at the same time, it's completely unselfish. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because you just realise that it's benefiting everyone. But some people, man.
Take the piss.
Like, genuinely, mate. Like, genuinely some gyms around here that just wouldn't take it, and I'll give them a
especially
cost.
when you're like
Local, and I knew the one gym, there's literally like 20 plus members buy Wolf Juice off me. I wanted to give them it at cost just to kind of get it out there and just get it on a shelf, like, just because I thought at the time, this is when I first started, like, it'd be cool to see it in the gym. And it were like, took a tub for free to try out. Everyone loved it, and they were just, nah. Even though I was giving them it at fucking cost. Like,
it's nuts, isn't it?
It's nuts, but people see you as a threat rather than an ally, I suppose. But what's up for Sluggy then, mate? Next
Sluggy thing.
Big Sluggy move.
I feel like I said in the like life goal thing, like I want to start pivoting like into being more of an artist rather than just like a producer or like the guy that makes in the house videos. You know what I mean? Like next year I want to be on like festivals and stuff and
man,
like my own club night and shit like that. Just growing it more and more. And that's it really. Like nothing major other than just growing as an artist, making more music for people, making better videos. I want to start the podcast, obviously. Which we spoke about doing here. But just like making more shit for people to enjoy, like Sluggy beats wise, and just growing it as big as possible.
Sick.
Yeah.
I can see it going to the moon, man, genuinely.
Hopefully.
I'm wondering who will be the first like big famous guy in the house or some shit, or guy on one of your tracks. So.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But like honestly, like a lot of producers are really bothered about like they call it like placements, like the big placements. But it's not something like that I'm crazy bothered about because it's like I've seen people get songs with like there's producers out there that have like produced Drake songs that have only got like 3,000 followers on Instagram and stuff. So you know what I mean? So just because you've produced like for that big person don't mean that you're gonna get big or like people are gonna
sometimes
give a shit
they won't even mention you in it.
Exactly. And like what else were I gonna say now? And they're probably getting like there's people who are getting Drake placements and stuff who are probably like earning less money than what I am off music.
Really?
Because like it's just so shit like in the industry. Like you're way better just growing yourself as like an artist and stuff like that. Like
an individual brand. Almost around yourself. Like
definitely. Like I care way more about that, like playing festivals and like people coming to see me than I do about getting a song with like Drake, you know what I mean? Obviously I'd be fucking buzzing.
You'd be gassed, but
I would genuinely rather like play main stage at Leeds Fest and get a song with Drake, you know what I mean?
Really?
Which might sound stupid, but
main stage it'd be big. Obviously it'd be huge.
You gotta weigh it up, you know what I mean? But that would be like a mad experience that I'd remember forever. Whereas it's like if I've produced a song for Drake or like whoever's big in the UK right now, you know what I mean? Then it's like a 2-second thing, you know what I mean? It's like
novelty aware
happened.
of. Yeah. Oh, sick, mate. So Good stuff, lad.
I am curious of what your life goals are.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Put me on the spot. Life goals. I don't know. I think next few years I do want to travel more. Definitely, that's something that's bugging me. I would like to get Wolves Ups to a point where I could have people I trust running it whilst I did some travelling and lived abroad, experienced that. I don't want to live abroad forever, but wouldn't mind living in Spain for a few years. Obviously, there's kids. I think like when I'm about 30, I'd want kids, dogs, an house. But at the minute, man, just enjoy it. Like that is, I'm trying to just enjoy shit more, I suppose.
Yeah. That's something I've been telling myself recently.
Yeah.
Like, been more open to like holiday. I mean, you seem really open to traveling and stuff anyway, so that's quite good. But like, honestly, like a holiday for like more than a week for me is like a nightmare.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah, because you love, I suppose you love your work as well, don't you? So.
And it's just like, while you're doing that, you're not growing. But that's why I feel like I think once you get to that point where you are big enough where people care what you're eating for breakfast, you can just film yourself being traveling and
that's true as well.
Doing what you're doing in another country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why YouTube's so good. But
yeah, I just feel like it, for me, it's just something that I've always wanted to do. And until I do it and tick them boxes, it's just going to be there. Like I just want to do it. So I just think finding a way to have the business running smoothly whilst I'm like out there, that'd be a goal, like a really big one.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Obviously, you'd have to have the money to pay someone full time. Yeah. Like I do have to pay minimum wage, would you believe it or not? So yeah, but yeah, because you can do a lot on your phone nowadays. Like you can put stories on. You should, if you have a business, there should never be a day when you haven't got a story on, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. I hate if I don't have that fucking circle around, your
Bro,
profile.
If my stories,
God, what have I been doing?
If I have like 4 on, I'm pissed. I want to have like 20 on at a time. Yeah. Because if someone clicks on your profile and they're there to, I don't know, use your services or buy your products, and you haven't got a story on, you could look dormant, couldn't you? Like, there's no one fucking there.
I always think that, like, if I see a profile that's not got a story on, then I'm like, do they not post?
Genuinely, like, if you're wanting to grow, it sounds daft because it's so easy to put a story on, but you should have a story on at all times. Like,
I always say this to rappers and that, because there's so many rappers that are bad for like not being active on social media, but such a big thing, especially for like a rapper.
Yeah, it's powerful, and it allows you to, for a rapper, like, it allows you to connect with
like fans and stuff. With
fans and people that you've never met before, people who don't have a clue who you are. Like, all it takes is them stumbling across your profile, liking it, and they're attached to you for life, basically. So
100%.
Yeah, so that's a goal, man. Like, just get Wolves Ups running to a point where I've got people I trust here, and I want people I trust as I want to be growing them as people as well. I don't just want someone working for me just doing the bare basics. Like, I want them to see it as something that they can get creative with, have that freedom, which like, I don't know if you've ever thought about having people like work for you and stuff, but
nah, definitely. I mean, when I start the podcast, I want to get someone working for me then. Yeah. Because I want that to just like, I literally want to give that to someone and that'd be like their project, you know what I mean? Because I don't.
Really?
Yeah, because when I start the podcast, I want like clips posting every day on TikTok, on Instagram. You know what I mean? I just want to give someone an Instagram, a TikTok, like dedicated for the podcast, and just clips be going up there on every day, you know what I mean? Just
that's sick.
Growing that as fast as possible, and just also just having something that's not on my mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a podcast is like a fairly simple thing to
someone to
manage that, But I guess in a different way is like I'm starting to like get other producers to like upload to the Sluggy Beats Media channel, like with their beats and stuff. And again, like later down the line, like when I do get to that money level and stuff where I can have a record label and stuff, I'd love to like start signing people and managing them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's not people working for me, like running my shit, but
you're growing them.
Me like managing people and stuff and helping them.
Yeah. That's the way to grow in it, really. Like there's only so much you as a person can do. Like if you can outsource as much as possible, it allows you to grow
definitely. And
grow the deeper stuff, I suppose.
Usually there's always someone who can do something better than you as well. So
100%. Yeah, like you don't want to get. You always think, like you said earlier on, you always think you can do the best, but in reality, there's probably some guy who can do better.
Yeah, 100%.
It's hard to admit, but there's no one who can do a better video editing than you, Harry. Trust me.
Cheers, bro.
But yeah, bro, I think that's probably wrap it up because
I mean the camera battery's flashing, so it's definitely a good shout.
Good time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening, has it died?
Yeah.
I'll just chat some shit then, mate. If you're listening, follow Sluggy Beats on Instagram, Sluggy Beats Media on YouTube, or Sluggy Beats, obviously for the vlogging type shit.
Yeah. I mean, if you get the Instagram, it's got the link tree in there, so
get on the link tree, mate. Follow my man Sluggy. If you need any video editing and you have like a cool project that Harry would want to work on, then hit him up 100%.
Yeah.
If you've got a product and you want like a video ad doing, again, Harry's your man. This guy has taken my business to the next level with that kind of stuff. So 100% though, bro, like you have. So
I appreciate the kind words. I mean, thanks for having me doing it as well, because like I said, first video ad I've done and stuff. So like, you've obviously believed in me to make the good shit. So
mate, it's unreal. Like it's so good. So yeah, if anyone's got anything like that, hit Harry up. Like genuinely, this guy, he'll put his time and effort into it. He does care about it. He's not just doing it for the fucking money. Like,
money grabber.
Yeah, so hit Harry up, mate. Trying to think if there's anything else that I can fucking plug at the end of the old poddy.
Nah, bro, you've got it.
Yeah, Wolf Juice and Wolf Pump should be in stock by this point. So obviously head over to wolfsupplements.co.uk, copy yourself some good ass pre-workout. If you didn't know, we do have a supplement brand. I'm pretty sure that's fucking obvious. But yeah, thank you for listening. Everyone on Spotify, YouTube, we appreciate it. We will catch you next time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.